You're originally from Germany, and your career has taken you all over the world, multiple countries. What has that exposure taught you about multicultural awareness and its significance in business?
Yeah, I've lived in 4 countries and I've worked with people from more than 100 countries. The first thing that gives you is a different worldview. I can certainly say that I'm a different person now than I was 25 years ago, exactly when I started my journey moving
Mm.
out of Germany. Um, the biggest thing it has created for me is that my world is no longer black and white. It's no longer, it's got to be this way or that way, but my world is gray. And I understand that there's no better or worse, there's just difference. I look at differences as a source of ideas. Um, some of the great ideas that I've been involved in have come from unexpected places. Often here in the United States, I find that businesses are too internally focused on this country when a great source of ideas is other countries around the world, because more and more people from all over the world, especially younger generation, their tastes are blending and are merging and are creating this wonderful mosaic of consumer needs and wants. And finding ideas in different countries and different places is a wonderful idea. About 20 years ago, for my previous company, I was involved in a new brand invention and launch eventually of a brand called Swiffer, which is a
Oh,
um,
yes.
cleaning
I
and
love
dust.
those.
I do too.
They clean well.
I do. Um, and it's a more than $1 billion business today, and we started it from scratch. And the idea we found Swiffer at the time was to go to Japanese immigrants into the U.S. In Chicago, and we visited them at home, and we asked them what they miss about life in Japan. And there was a product in Japan that was sort of similar like Swiffer, and this product came up time and again. And we studied this and then found that there's a real big idea, not just for the Japanese market, but for the US market and for the market worldwide. And we would have never found this without talking to a few Japanese consumers in Chicago. And it just tells you that diversity is an amazing source of ideas, and that being different uh, uh, can be a great source of competitive advantage.
That's such a great story. That reminds me of an interview I just heard with the person who invented the Dyson vacuum cleaner. Like so many people turned him down. Investors that they said there's no customer market for this. You're out of your mind. Hoover will dominate forever. The
Yeah.
first customers who bought his vacuum cleaner were in Japan. They saw the value in it, and from there it kind of took off.
See, that's a wonderful story. So, if we treat the world as a smaller place and we get out of our own mindset of limitations, whether that's a limitation of a country or limitation of a way of thinking, we discover that there's so many great ideas and we can make connections between seemingly unconnected matters. And that is where innovation happens.